From SwissWatchExpo. Spotlight on how to buy a pre-owned Rolex watch. 5 questions to ask before you buy pre-owned. When it comes to buying a Rolex watch, one is usually presented with 2 options: to buy the watch new from an authorized dealer or to buy it pre-owned from a trusted retailer. In the recent decade, the pre-owned watch market has flourished and grown steadily. Not only is it common for watch collectors to buy second-hand, more and more watch enthusiasts are also learning about its benefits, from the significant cost savings to the increased availability and vast variety of watches. If you're in the market for a pre-owned Rolex, there are several things to consider for a successful buying process. With that, here are 5 questions to ask when buying your Rolex pre-owned. Subscribe to our channel to get updates on new videos. What exact Rolex models do I want? Nothing will make your search easier than narrowing it down to one or a few Rolex watches. There is a vast market for pre-owned Rolex watches, and deciding on a model or two will allow you to do a deep dive on the features and market value of the watch. Doing your homework and knowing your desired model inside and out is crucial in ensuring you get both a good deal and a genuine timepiece. The most practical way to begin is by setting a budget, which will help you define which Rolex models you can choose from. If budget is less of a consideration, then factors like lifestyle, design, movement, and size should come into play. Where should I buy the Rolex watch? You would want to buy from a trustworthy and reputable Rolex retailer instead of buying from a private dealer. Doing so will not only ease concerns when it comes to authenticity, it also helps ensure that you will be given proper assistance when shopping. One of the best ways to determine a retailer's reputation is to check for their online presence. A reputable dealer would have a good working website, substantial positive customer reviews, and affiliations with respected watchmaking organizations. Next, consider whether you want to browse for watches and do the purchase online, or if you want to go and see the watches in person. Retailers like SwissWatchExpo offer both environments for their customers: a showroom where they can inspect and fit the watch while being assisted by an expert, and a website that simulates an in-person buying experience. If you choose to buy online, it is a must for the retailer to provide images and details of the actual watch for sale, and not factory images. Lastly, a reputable dealer would also have securities in place. This will prove that they stand behind the watches that they sell, and that they care for their clients' peace of mind. Thoroughly review the retailer's return and refund policy, warranty, and terms and conditions to ensure that you can return the watch if it's not up to your standards. Is the Rolex watch authentic? The great demand for Rolex watches also attracts a booming counterfeit market, and sadly, the fakes are getting better and better. Choosing an established and trusted retailer is one safeguard against buying fakes, but it shouldn't stop there. Many trustworthy dealers, including but not limited to SwissWatchExpo, provide a guarantee of authenticity with every sale. They are also open to having the watch checked by an authorized dealer for authentication after the sale. While buying from a trusted dealer eliminates the risk of buying a fake, it's still useful to arm yourself with enough information about your chosen watch. Knowing the intricacies of your chosen watch will help you immediately spot an obvious fake. What is the condition of the watch? Even when you have decided on a particular Rolex model, there can still be a vast variation in the condition of the timepiece. Here are some factors to consider when choosing a specific stock. Look out for scratches, dings, blemishes, and fading. You would want to see all the details of the watch and observe for signs of wear. Bracelet stretch. Ask if the bracelet has been replaced at some point. The ideal scenario is for the watch to have the original bracelet, but without much stretch. Box and papers. It is ideal to get a full set with box and papers if you're getting a newer model, but this is obviously a challenge for vintage pieces. If your chosen stock does come with these, check that they match the specific model that you're buying. Restoration. Improvement on pre-owned watches are standard in the industry, and the older the watch is, the less likely it is that it will be untouched. It is crucial for restorations to use 100% genuine Rolex parts, and for vintage watches in particular, time-correct parts. Any custom work, such as gem setting, or PVD, or the use of non-genuine Rolex materials, will harm the value of the watch. Service history. It's also important to know if the watch has been serviced recently. A full service means that the watch was opened, cleaned, and some parts of it were fixed or repaired if there is damage. Preventive maintenance that is recommended every 3 to 5 years. The average cost for this procedure is anywhere from $600 to $1,000. If the watch has not been serviced, calculate the cost of paying for this service yourself in addition to the watch's price. Then, decide if it's still worth going forward. Are the payment and shipping methods safe? Finally, consider the buying and shipping conditions. This, in fact, applies not only to Rolex watches, but to any watch. Now that you've found your next watch, the last stretch is in making sure it arrives to you safely. Look for secure payment methods. Trusted retailers will have a secure website and would provide multiple payment options at the convenience of their customer. These include credit cards, phone orders, PayPal, and bank wire transfer. Finally, ensure that they offer insured shipping. This ensures that you are protected and will be reimbursed should your watch get lost, stolen, or damaged while in transit. Buying a pre-owned Rolex may present more considerations for the customer, but it can certainly be enjoyable and worthwhile. Explore our collection of pre-owned Rolex watches for men and women at SwissWatchExpo.com. Want to learn more about Rolex watches? Click on the upper right screen for our Rolex Watches playlist. Don't miss out! We launch 2 videos weekly on the best and the latest in watches. To get updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel